Have you ever wondered why there's so many different toilets in the plumbing aisle in your local hardware store? Or maybe you're watching this video because you're about to purchase one, but you don't know which one to choose. Well, let me help you with that. Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm a licensed plumber in the state of California. I've been working with water for over 20 years. I've pretty much done almost everything except one thing, that is walking on water, but I'm working on it. Thank you for joining me, and let's dive in. So today I'm going to show you 5 different things you need to know before you purchase a toilet, or so you just have it as a reference for the future. All right. So the first one is the rough in. And what's the rough in? Is the measure between the wall and where the bolts go into the toilet. So let me show you what's that. So how are you going to measure your rough in? So this is how you're going to do it. So I place 2 pieces of wood as a reference. This will be our baseboard, and this, the white piece of wood, is our back wall. So when you're measuring, make sure you measure from the wall and not from the baseboard. Okay, otherwise it's gonna throw you off on the measurements. You do it from there. Now it's gonna tell you, in my case right here, is 12 and a half. So that's my rough in. Now let's say your toilet, you're measuring, it says 9.5 or 10. Now you know that you need a toilet that is 10 inches rough. Okay, and why? Most of the times when I replace toilets that are 10-inch rough is because there's not a lot of space in the bathroom. The bathroom was an addition, or it was probably a closet, or they didn't have a lot of room, and for some reason they created a bathroom, but it's tiny, and because of the space, they they try to condense the sink. They try to condense if it has a shower, but in this case, the toilet, that 10-inch rough gives you 2 inches of space. So that means that the toilet is going to be a little more condensed, more compact. Um, so that way you have space in the front to sit. Second thing you want to know is, do you want to purchase a one-piece toilet or a two-piece toilet? The toilet that I have right here, you can see it's a one-piece. The difference is going to be probably number one, it's in price. This one is going to be more expensive because it's a one-piece toilet, versus the two-piece toilet is going to be connected by 2 bolts that with time, those 2 bolts start deteriorating from inside the tank because there's always water holding on the gaskets, and they tend to leak. That will happen, I'm going to say, after 5-6 years maybe, what I've seen. But that's going to be the second thing you want to see is, do you want to purchase a one-piece toilet or a two-piece toilet? All right. Aesthetically, one-piece toilet, they look really nice, but it's your call. The third thing you want to look for is the drain. Okay, because that's where you're going to see a big difference. Your toilet has an S shape. So as you can see, when it flushes, it goes down here, up, there's a loop, and it goes down. Versus there's a different one that it's a P trap, which it goes in a different, like a shorter drainage. Fourth one, and this is very important. I live in California, and in California, the code is that the toilet should be a water efficient of 1.28 gallons per flush. Now, the one that you're seeing right here is a 1.6. For federal standard is 1.6, but for California standard code is 1.28. So that may be different in your state, but here in California, we barely have rain. So we're constantly on water shortage. So they always watch out on us not spending too much water. So that is something that you want to see right here is the toilet that you're purchasing in the hardware store. If you're in California, you're going to see it's 1.2. You might see 1.6. If there's inspection on it, I don't know if it's going to pass. Now, the downside of it is there used to be the old toilets like 3 gallons, like 2.5. So that's a massive water amount going down. So basically, it's just going to flush everything down. With almost 1 gallon of water, well, good luck. So that is when you're going to have to start seeing the efficiency of the water plus the mechanism inside plays a very important part. So everything together is where the magic happens. Now, the fifth one is, do you want elongated or you want it round? Now, elongated looks more stylish. This is elongated. You probably have a round at home, and it's going to be smaller. I don't recommend if you're big and tall, if you're not that small, to buy a round one. I don't recommend that one for you. An elongated will be perfect for you. Okay, this is extra stuff you want to look into a toilet, and I would say this is number 6. So you want to know if you want a taller toilet or smaller toilet. In this case, this one is 16.5 inches from the top to the floor. Plus, you add 1 inch from the seat cover. So this one is, when you're sitting, it's going to be 17.5. So that's another thing you want to know. Do you want it smaller? Is the toilet for guests? Is the toilet for your kids? Do you want a taller toilet? Is it for handicap? For handicap, elongated and taller. They can lean down too much. Do they want a toilet that is shorter or taller? So that's one thing you want to put in perspective. Now, speaking of extra things you want to look into is, do you want the handle in the side or do you want it in the front? I prefer it in the side. That's just me. It's more convenient. Mm. And that is one thing you want to look into it. The other thing too is, like, in this toilet. This toilet is, I'm going to say around the upper 200s. And so that's where you want to see if you want to do a good investment and just buy the the toilet with the seat that you think is going to work for you. All right. So don't forget to check this other video you might be interested in. See you next time.